Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blue Fire Dragon, and today we will be reading What If Deku Had Galaxy Eye. With that, let us begin. A young boy walked through the streets in a black hoodie and cargo jacket. Both were far too large. He was carrying a giant duffel bag, most likely made for someone with a strength quirk. Underneath the hood, you could see shaggy, roughly cut black and green hair, and a dull green eye along with bloody bandages covering half of his face. This boy's name was Izuku Midoriya. Standing on a corner he turned to watch a TV in the window of an electronics store. The TV was currently showing the news. All Might appeared and defeated the villain in one punch. In other news, the infamous Galaxy Eye now has even more to worry about, as during the holidays, Principal Nezu of UA has decided to hunt the vigilante using a team of his own choosing. Add this to several teams already dedicated to catching him, and the vigilante may face justice at last after a 3-year-long run. As they said, the picture of him was shown. In reality, it was a poor drawing with a cartoonishly wide smile and a black eye with little white specks all held inside a vague silhouette. A thin, sickly man next to him sighed. They still haven't caught him yet? He would have continued but noticed Izuku had disappeared. A villain made of sludge raced across the street before the man could question this. Izuku was now walking under a bridge several miles from that corner when bursting out of the sewers was a man made of sludge. Oh, sweet, a flesh suit. Little small, but it should fit. Izuku looked at him dully. That would be a bad idea. The villain ignored him and lunged forward, but Izuku easily dashed backwards, his hair now covering his eyes. They just never listen. Looking up at the villain, his eye had changed from green to pink, purple, and every color in between thousands of brilliant white lights dancing atop the shifting colors. He gently placed his bag on the ground before pulling his arm back and an orb of plasma forming over his hand, of the same color scheme. Suddenly, he stopped his attack, reverting to normal and even appearing frightened. All Might burst from the sewers, shouting his catchphrase, and blasting the villain all over the place. Zuko kept up his facade, for a moment before smiling brightly at All Might. "Thank you, Mr. All Might. Sir, hey, can you sign my bag?" All Might's smile widened. "Of course, my boy, and might I say you got quite an arm to lift such a thing." He took a Sharpie from him and signed the bag next to several dozen of other signatures. How the hell did this boy get Endeavor of all people to sign it? "Now I must be off. I have a meeting today, so I best drop this one off to the station." He then leapt away, the boy having made a strangely large impression on him. Izuku sighed and wiped himself off with a towel. He pulled out of the bag. He tiredly said, "Jackass got sewage all over me," before jogging away, not aware of the mousy, doggy, very like little eyes following him. All Might proudly strode into the UA meeting and looked around. Seeing that there was no one there who didn't already know his secret, he deflated. The heroes present were Eraserhead, Midnight, Nezu, Present Mike, Murikyo, Best Jeanist, and Gang Orca. Most of them had found out when he applied for the still pending teacher's job. However, the last two found out purely by chance while they were on patrol. As for Mercuro, All Might didn't really know how she learned about his quirk. Despite him being the last to arrive, no one spoke, so All Might took the initiative. "So about this Galaxy Eye, right? Why are you going after him now?" Nezu smiled as he sipped tea. "Why, to get a dangerous criminal off the streets." Aizoa spoke next. "We all know you could have done this earlier if you really wanted to, so why now?" Nezu gave a brief "tut-tut" as he rapidly typed onto his computer, bringing up more than a dozen images of the boy. The pictures ranged from the age of 11 to 14, and showed his remaining eye as both dull green and a brilliant array of colors and lights. "Why, because he is finally of high school age," Nezu said before taking a long draught of tea. Those who were teachers sighed, while Almay gave a small spurt of blood. "You can't be serious, Nezu." "Look, as much as of a cutie he is, there is no way that's legal. He better not be in my class." And other such complaints were heard. "As far as the government are concerned, so long as he is off the streets I can do whatever I want with him. And he is already in many ways a great hero. He just doesn't have the necessary certificate. Also, Aizawa, if it makes you feel any better, I already planned for him to take several days as the student teacher so you could sleep more." Aizawa grinned disturbingly as the others grew more disappointed. "Now then," Nezu said as he blew on a fresh, steaming cup of tea that he got from somewhere. "Allow me to explain my plan." As night fell, Izuku decided to just use his duffel bag as a hammock, as he often did. He had noticed several pros patrolling the area far too often for it to be chance, but it was so late to move as everyone else had gone home, so he'd be seen immediately. So he lied down on his back, and then leapt out of the hammock to avoid the sound waves sent by the humanoid killer whale. Sorry, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be doing more recordings in the near future. With that, leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications if you really like to. My name's been Blue Fire Dragon, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.